Dog, this is annoying. Spirit is nagging me to show this part too. I apparently am just supposed to narrate my process and show y'all what I do, how I channel this amount of energy and intensity into something. I haven't shared what the political project is that I have been hired for. I actually really struggle with sharing and talking about my political participation because, first of all, how intense that conversation gets, but also like with my own trepidations of approaching with caution, like not knowing if this is the right answer, but I still gotta eat and they're willing to pay me to do it. So but yeah, ever since I worked for Bernie and I was all about that man and like shouting from the rooftops and, you know, convincing other people to vote for this person and do something different outside of what they're used to. When I seen that man bend the knee to Biden back in 2020, I was like, I'll never. That shit really crushed me. I really put a lot of faith into that man. And just, I felt embarrassed that I had, you know, convinced a bunch of people that their vote mattered and that they should vote for this person. And will be the solution. And then I realized he is just a man. He is also under the constraints of the system that he operates under. And he thinks the power came through him. So if he didn't stay in that position, then he'd just lose out on all the ground he just made. So now he has to bend the knee and concede in order for him to continue on in the position he's in. And it just is what it is, because that's the system. And I'm just not accepting those premises anymore. I came into politics with rose-colored glasses on, not really understanding politics and the environment itself. I just knew people. So when I came into leftist spaces, I just, you know, I had on rose-colored glasses and assumed good intentions from everyone. And through the like process of me engaging in this world and seeing how things played out, yeah, I had major blind spots coming into this, so I missed a lot, and so I'm cautious. So anyways, I haven't shared what this new project is, because I'm still trying to learn and figure out what the mission of the organization is and the tools that they have available to them and how I could contribute my expertise in the project and just making sure that it's aligned. So this is a startup project. It's called All American Futures. The goal of it is to put together meetings in strategic areas around the country, in cities that are somewhat persuadable. Not in terms of, you know, trying to persuade them one way or another in bipartisan politics, but just persuadable in the sense of like, they've switched back and forth so many times and thinking this person had the answer to their problems, and then they thought this person did, and, you know, I think everybody's just trying to find the answer. They're wanting to put together meetings in cities like this where it's, you know, can be moved, and bring people together to talk about issues in their community and, you know, what their experience has been, and under, you know, living under this shit, and what kind of community they want to build and live in. So starting with the meetups, but then kind of building into building up the organizing capacity in each of these locations, so that they can choose the issues that they care about the most in their area and take the charge in being a part of the solution. So the next 6 months is this first iteration, and then after that, if we get more funding, then the plan is to continue to, so we're planting seeds, and then the plan is to continue to go back and water them, do trainings, and build up leaders and develop people's capacity to be able to take on issues in their neighborhood, and change their conditions. So that's the goal of this organization, which I don't see how that's any different from what like DSA does. But I think what I appreciate about it is that they're trying to build up regular people. They don't have a specific target audience who they're trying to reach. It's really everybody, you know, whoever is a disaffected voter, whoever is tired of this shit. And trust in their ability to know what's best for their communities. So, I've always thought that was the best approach to politics. 'Cause you can't tell nobody to go down a certain path, that there's only one pathway to liberation when there's multiple. And it's a multi-strategy approach. Like, you have to take a multi-strategy approach to liberation. So I appreciate that it's not like connected to any institutions, because I have no faith in any of these institutions anymore. I was knee deep in the labor movement, thinking that was the vehicle for transformation of the country, and realized that's the lion's den. They just trying to keep you locked into fucking work as a structure that makes sense to y'all. Like, we gotta fucking fight for pennies. We gotta stay up. No, like, anyways. Yeah, it has to be much bigger than any of these institutions. And the only thing that's bigger is God. And tapping into our own divine source of power and agency, and taking action in our respective areas around the country and wherever the fuck we're at. So I'm getting ready to hop on this meeting. I'm I don't want to show, I'm not going to like film the people that I'm talking with, but I will, I do want to share like just the way that I try to approach this work and channel this energy that I have that lives in me that's just going to be there into something bigger. Because unfortunately, my personal problems are connected to the world's problems. So, all right. Spirit said just show the process. People don't understand. You don't see the process. You just see the end result and think that like, no, there was so much that went into just the for me, so I'm clapping for myself. Oh, I'm celebrating me.
Yeah.